Here are the peas that I've sowed, that I'm germinating to replace the ones on the allotment that have died in that big frost. And as they're germinating, I'm just popping them into soil so that they can continue to grow. There we go. I don't know the germination temperature for peas, but it is quite cold in my house. I don't have the heating on that much. So just popping them in one by one as they're germinating. 5 will do. Now what, the peas don't like having their roots disturbed when they come out, so what I'll do is I'll gently tip the whole lot out and put it on block when I'm planting it into the ground. But that's it, and as they germinate I'll just keep popping them into more and more pots and then putting them on the windsill to continue to grow. It's Sunday the 8th of January. It's about 9-10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, hang on. Why is it I always do this? It's 9:57. There you go. I was right in both accounts. That's today's job. Another bag of donated leaves. Now these ones have a lot more. This is from somebody's garden they've got like a large garden, ride-on mower, lots of trees around, and this actually contains a lot more cut leaves. Now look, you can cut grass. You can actually see it there. Now in places it's formed a slimy mass, and that's one thing you have to look out for with compost, is that if it gets slimy it means it's not got enough oxygen, it's not being turned. So what I've done is I've broken it down, mixed it up with the brown matter, and this will become a normal compost, not a leaf mould. Although obviously there'll be elements of both. I mean, let's not be extreme here. But this will have more nutrition in than the dried leaves, the fungus. Leaf mould is by nature a fungus. So it's a fungicidal action that breaks down the leaves and causes it to become that very low in nutrients mulch. Whereas grass and green matter, when they break down, they add nutrients to the compost, but it's a bacterial action. So generally I don't like mixing the both, but here it's been offered up as a mix, so we make do. We don't look gift horses in the mouth. We even get a free bag. What I will do is, when I move this large compost bin, this is the brown compost, the carbon rich compost that won't do much. I mean, it's beginning a little bit to break down and it's got good life in there, but what I will do is I will mix this with poo and the pony poo, not my poo, gosh, the pony poo, and like this type of compost. Focus. What's the matter with you? Right, there we go. Right, yeah, what I will do is mix what's in that big bin with some of the pony poo to create heat and act as a catalyst. Some of this leaf mould and grass, and we'll mix it all together, and hopefully that will add more nitrogen and catalyst to that carbon mix, so that it will break down and make a better compost, because that's what it is. I've seen lots and lots of programs about, you know, put in 6/10 of this and 4/10 of that. You know, at the end of the day, just throw it in a big mix and then just keep changing it. Don't ever leave your compost alone. Don't ever leave it alone, because if it is the wrong mix, it'll either won't do anything or do it very slowly, or it will go slimy, and you'll get this type of thing where it just becomes a horrible slimy mess. So what you need to do is just compensate, just keep checking on it. You know, it's like cooking. It's exactly like cooking. You know, you go out, you check on it. If it's boiling too fast, you don't just leave it and go away. you turn it down, you mix it, you keep stirring it until the heat dissipates. Or if it's not simmering, if it's just sitting there looking a bit morbid, you turn up the heat. And that's exactly what you do with compost. You just keep mixing it, you keep tasting it. But no, wait, that's cooking. You keep checking on it, you keep looking at the composition, and you just basically just cook it. There you go, compost. So there's the first part of the path moved. It's a bit rough and ready at the moment, but I'll keep stamping it down, and I'll add some grass seed, finish it off. By the spring that'll be lush. Now this part I'll leave for the time being, because the compost bins, when they move, they're going to go in about here, so I can just corner that off nicely, and we can use this part for growing something else. It will have the sunlight in the summer from there all the way around. Beautiful sky, oh sorry sun, to there, and then it will go in the shade obviously. So something that likes the morning sun will grow there. One thing we have noticed is that all of the spring bulbs I've planted are beginning to sprout. So when I move the bins, we'll have to relocate those, and I'll just dig them out in big clumps and just dig them in somewhere else, where maybe over here where this border's staying. And hopefully they'll be all right. But yeah, that's a good job well done. I'm happy with that. I'll just leave that now, and I'll just hoe it down. I won't dig it. I'll plant straight. I'll plant seedlings into it and just compost around and mulch it when it's done. But I'm quite happy with that. That makes me feel a lot more square. I do like my straight lines. So there we go. And as I say, all that will be taken care of later on when we move to compost bins. So a morning's work well done. That's a lovely big bag of mulch. One of my New Year's resolutions well underway. Quite happy, quite happy. It's a seriously cold day. Actually, it's about, I think it's about 4 degrees, and probably a bit. Yeah, there's no wind. Oh, look at that! Look at that sunlight. Look at it. Look at that blue sky. It is absolutely glorious. Absolutely glorious. Okay, so what am I doing down on the allotment today? Well, as I say, it's what day is it? It must be Monday. It's a Monday, and it's cold. So I am going to keep warm. You can hear robin chattering away. I have birdsong everywhere. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is there are still a big pile of leaves, even though I've got 2 big builder's bags of leaves. What I'm going to do, I'm going to swap you around. Hang on a second. Plop. I've got to be discreet, there's people working over there on ladders. Oh, ladders. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of that. I'm going to have a quick hoe over here, get rid of some of these weeds, and then I'm going to just pile up some leaves on here, just to act as a mulch, suppress the weeds for the time being. I'm not sure where I'll put them yet. There might be a pile over here. I don't have much growing here at the moment. Yeah, so I'll pile over there, and there's some over here in this area. Just suppress them, keep a mulch on there. Right, so that's what I'll do. That'll be it really. Quite pleased with the path. I'm going to start sorting out what's behind that, those bins, stick them somewhere where they're going to be out of the way, so I can actually start the preparation for move. Oh, there's Robin. Ah, Robin. Start moving the stuff, the bins and stuff. The trouble is, at the moment, the there's sun on here. It's gorgeous, isn't it? The sunlight. The trouble is, at the moment, is that even yesterday when I was down here doing the more moving of leaves and things, is that it was lovely, like this, beautiful sunshine in the morning, and then in the afternoon it was heavy rain, and overnight it was torrential rain and heavy winds. So it's very difficult to actually do any planning and see what needs to be done. Right, I'm going to go on with some work and I'll catch up with you guys later. It's Wednesday morning, it's 8:30. It's a cold one again, it's only 5 degrees. Woo. Colder in the window, I think. My job today, down here on the allotment, is to prepare for the big move of the compost bins. Now, where the compost bins are going, and I'll just show you where, just that little space here, from about where that piece of wood is. Now, the compost bins are going to come out to about where the screw mark is, or the hot nail mark, about there. That's about the width of the pallet. So all of that from this upwards has got to be removed of bulbs, and there are tons. Now, I don't want to dig in the bulbs, so there's a patch there I can see coming up, obviously a big patch there. We see, yeah, I'll dig them up. I was going to say, those bulbs here are safe because they're behind the tree line, so they'll be on that side of the compost bins, as will they. I'm not too fussed about them not being in the sunlight. There's enough more there, because they're a forest bulb anyway. There's more there, so I'll dig them out on block, en masse, and I'm going to move them. Walk this way, talk this way, walk this way. I'm going to move them to the top of the bank, just the other side of that pile of stones. Oh, sniffs. Nose is running. As you see, I mulched the bank with lots of leaves that were left over from my friend. So I'll pop them in, little clump in there, some in there, a little bit in there. So I'll dig them in there and then remulch them, and hopefully, even though it's they are starting to grow again, the shock of being moved won't be too great for them, and they'll continue to come up and be beautiful come the spring. So that's it, I'll get on with it, and I'll see how, I'll talk to you later on, see how I'm getting on. So there are 3 sets of bulbs. There's one here, I think they look like chives or wild garlic or something. Anyway, so there's 3 sets of bulbs, one here, one about here, you can just see one poking up there, and there's another one over there that were just budding, so I put those and just covered them with leaves. They'll grow through the leaves. And then I need to just cover these carefully. That's as careful as it gets. There we go. So, not that much. Back off. Yeah, so that's all transplanted. Now, what am I going to do now? Because I've got a bit of time. The only thing is I did feel a bit lightheaded as I was doing some of the digging over. So, obviously my physical energy hasn't returned after my 1-2 months of sitting around doing nothing at home, getting a little tubbier from mince pies or whatever, and my cholesterol. So what I may do is just take a few bits of enough to move the bins, but I won't dig this out just yet. I might level that off now, or start it. But in order to start that, I need to show you about no dig. Here we go. That's it for this week. Lots happening at the moment down on the allotment, but it is raining so hard. It's raining so bad. It's not very nice at all. Oh, I just got a face full of water. Oh, I've got another face full of water. Cats running around going, what on earth? Shut that door, shut the door. She doesn't like it. Down there you see I have all of the beans and some peas and garlic that I'm hardening off before I take down the allotment. I'm hoping to get those in between frosts. So I've got a plan to make sure if we do get another frost, they won't die off like the previous ones. Now I've covered them like that because I don't want them getting over wet, and I'm not really sure about how far down the temperature goes at night, but that'll be fine. So that's it for this week. More next week. I'm really pleased people are enjoying the little supplement. Hang on. Hey, I'm really enjoying. Oh God, my hand is cutting, doesn't it? I'm really enjoying the fact that people like the supplement videos I do, like the seed storage and things. I do have fun making them. And as always, it really helps content makers like me if you subscribe. Click that little subscribe button, click the like button, and click and comment. Chat to me below. Tell me where you're from, if you agree or disagree with anything that I'm doing. And the reason being is because the more people do this, the more people will see my videos on their home screen when they start YouTube. And the majority of people that find me at the moment find me when a random video of mine appears in the lists, and there are thousands of content makers out there about allotments. Some of them, like me, it's just starting with only a few hundred subscribers. And in order to get up to the monetization magic 1,000 subscribers, we need that interaction with people. Click like, click that subscribe button, and chat to me in the comments. I'd love to start making money out of this so I can actually buy more things. I'm reaching across every so often to hold the door open because the wind keeps blowing it shut and the cat's got a nose outside and I don't want to get the cat's nose chopped off. So that's it. Thank you very much indeed. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye now.